Hello, everyone. Today we have a black cat named Louie, and his mom, human mom, wrote to me and sent me that beautiful picture of Louie and said, "Here's Louie with some flowers." And I heard Louie's higher self say, "Yes, I look best in my pictures against a beautiful vase of flowers." Well, hello, Louie. I already have permission from his conscious self and his higher self to connect with his energy and channel the guidances that are going to come through. Louis has helped in assisting with the cards to pull out, and I love connecting with black cat energy because whenever I connect to a black cat, the cards pop out so quickly, like no hesitation. That's why black cats are magical, right? Louis is quite eager to go right into the cards, starting with the energy that is coming forward. Your hard work is paying off, he says. Step out of your comfort zone, and it's time to take action. Hmm. Those three things do relate to each other, don't they? Says his higher self. Your hard work is paying off, whether it's things related to the human realm, just doing your day to day things, maybe closing projects or getting that document out, or any sort of a paperwork, any human stuff, those hard work are paying off. He wants you to know that. He could even feel the energy of that hard work starting to come to an end, meaning your time with those things are coming to a close. So know that whatever that's been on your plate, it's going to be cleared. Just keep going at it, he says. I'm hearing towards the end of April, it's like a huge relief. Like, oh, okay, good, that's done. The hard work part also refers to the inner healing work that's going on. And know that it is close. Your hard work is also close to ending a certain cycle within a bigger cycle of your spiritual growth. And within a big cycle, I like to call it a phase because it is like a phase or a stage in our spiritual growth. And within that stage of our growth, there are tiny other little spiritual cycles within it. And you're just completing the fifth one, I'm hearing, in that larger cycle of your spiritual growth. And it does feel a lot to do with past life, closing those out. More of what those karmic lessons may be in the other cards that he had pulled out. But know that you're almost close. That's the message here. Once those things are closed and you feel a relief, like a big burden or load was lifted off from your shoulders and your back, step out of your comfort zone. Interesting that Louis made me say the load off your back because it feels like there's some kind of a blockage there in the back and it's going to be released once all these energies come to a close. So please do know that. So once those energies are closed, you need to really step out of your comfort zone. Your energy may be so drained that you might need to do something different. Try a different fitness class. And I'm saying a fitness class because I'm actually seeing the mom in a gym setting. And it's something just to try, just for fun, doing something different. And that's going to shake up the energy and release any other cords, hooks, and other heavy energies within the body. And it's going to expand it as in this new space within you. It's going to expand and it's going to allow more spiritual adventures, more life experiences to come in. And with that expansion within your inner body, you're going to start to feel life a little more. I'm hearing the word sensuality or sensual. You're going to really connect with all of your senses so you could really feel life. This is very similar to one of the animal messages I believe one of the cards from them, and I can't remember which pet, but it was the sensuality card with a rose on it. So look for that particular picture by going through the other pet readings. Just look at the attachments, and if that card resonates with you, listen to that pet's message, because there's another layer there that those creatures want to offer you in regards to how to feel life more, how to invite it in. So step out of your comfort zone could mean trying a different restaurant to see how your taste buds respond to it. And it might open up a different world within your mind. Interesting. What do you mean by that? Okay, now your spirit guide is stepping in because they're more equipped to answer this. They're explaining it this way: certain foods and spices can trigger or open up a memory within our DNA. So let's say that you go out and eat Ukrainian food. For some reason, Ukrainian just came to mind. Not that spirit is saying you need to try it out, but if you feel called to do so, go ahead. But let's say you eat Ukrainian food and you've never really tried it before, but you go to an authentic Ukrainian restaurant, and something about the dishes there that you tried really struck you. It really woke up your senses, and you could really smell the food and taste the food. And the spices in there and the ingredients used have opened up memories within your DNA. Perhaps your ancestors were Ukrainian or in neighboring countries who used those similar combinations of ingredients, and those memories could wake up. What kind of memories could wake up? Wisdom, knowledge, lessons learned within your ancestral realm during that time in that country, or trauma could come up. And this is how food could awaken memories within us, both in this lifetime, but from our ancestors too, but also past life. So do try to explore smelling different flowers, or really allowing your senses to flirt with life and try to feel life through seeing, touching, smelling, tasting, even, and even perhaps listening to music from other countries that you might not normally listen to, because that could awaken something within your soul. So that's what they mean by stepping out of your comfort zone. Small things like that could open a massive portal for a new spiritual awakening or an adventure to happen. Once that awakening happens, it's time to take action. That's the next card. And make sure you do take action. Do you feel inspired by something that you experienced through one of your senses? And how deep do you want to take that? Do you want to explore similar cuisines within that same country, within perhaps a different region? You want to listen to the music from that region, perhaps? You never know. It feels like an exploration here, for sure, within your DNA. And there's some ancestors very much wanting to connect with you and speak to you. I'm hearing Louis say, please continue forward. And black cats, to me, anyone who has a black cat or cats, that particular creature, a cat, often represents anything that's ancestral, something to explore the mysteries within your lineage, to see what sort of magic or wisdom that's hidden there and that's wanting to come forward. Going now into the next pile of cards. These speak about what Louis is contracted to teach you and learn with you. The first card, actually, he's making me read out everything. Opportunity, change, and flexibility. Again, these cards play well with each other. Just like the previous cards, I think I'm starting to see a story here. Well, Louis, what do you want to say about this? His higher self wants to, his soul wants to speak, because this is very much in both of your contracts. Opportunity. he wants to talk about that, and it's tied to the card Step Out of Your Comfort Zone. So what kind of opportunities do you want to make for yourself to step out of that comfort zone? But maybe you don't know that yet, says Louis, because there's so much things or so many things that need to be cleared and closed at this moment. But once they are closed and you have some moment to reflect, think about any fears that are keeping you limited, anything you want to explore. And are those things that you want to explore, do those things force you to step out of your comfort zone? Do you want to jump on that opportunity to step out of your comfort zone? And how do you want to do it? And when? Says Louis. It feels like Louis has been sensing this, or sensing your soul wanting an adventure. And it might not be a physical adventure where you go on vacation somewhere. That could be it too, but it's more of this experience, like experiencing something where it reveals a layer of yourself, where you could discover a part of yourself and shine that a little bit more and have that aspect of you accessible when you need it. So, opportunity. There are plenty of opportunities coming, Louis is saying, for you to even step out of what feels safe for you. Go into your DNA or tune into the ancestral patterns, so the family patterns that you are aware of, where the family may have played it safe and therefore have blocked out opportunities or have missed out on opportunities because they were so caged in within their comfort zone. So look into those belief systems and address it and see how you want to break out of it, says Louis. And that is going to lead to change. And it's going to bring in inner changes. It could bring in changes to your relationship. And it could also bring changes to the relationship between yourself and your family, I'm hearing. With the change, Louis' soul is saying some of them may be pleasantly surprising, some of them may be uncomfortable. And that's where the flexibility card comes in. Are you okay with that? How are those changes settling within you? How are you navigating through it? Are you being flexible about those changes? And are you also being flexible within yourself, towards yourself, to allow those changes to happen? Because there's that ancestral belief that is still wanting to be rigid and do things in a set way that leaves no room for flexibility to allow some rule breaking to happen. And when that's not available, when that space of rule breaking and flexibility is not there, then change cannot happen. They want you to, they as in Louis, your ancestors, and your spirit guides, want you to think about the relationship, the energy of change and flexibility within you. You might want to also look into the tiger spirit animal because that creature is on the flexibility card. And with the opportunity card, you'll see that there's a crescent moon there. And when I see a crescent moon, it often tells me that's around the new moon phase that something new will come in. So pay attention to that moon phase. It could predict when invitations to step out of your comfort zone could present itself, or opportunities for change, or an opportunity for you to play around with the energy of flexibility. Louis is asking me to keep going, and its higher self is stepping in now. He is asking me to just simply read this out. Lemuria, creating heaven on earth, it's happening. Trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? And take a break, a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Louis wants to start with the Lemuria card, and Lemuria was a beautiful, beautiful place, and it existed before Atlantis. And when the Lemuria card comes out for someone. It hints at a past life they had on that land. You might want to do some research on what Lemuria was and their spiritual belief systems. They had quite the beautiful way of healing and using sound, light, and frequencies to heal the body. So that might be something that you're being drawn to, this other worldly knowledge. And that's all part of that new spiritual cycle that you're about to enter in. Creating heaven on earth, it's happening. So know that it is happening. That shift, that change, it is happening. It's just a little sluggish right now. And Venus retrograde is going to end within 6 days, I believe. And then there's that shadow period after every retrograde of a planet where things are being cleared out and loose ends are being tied. It might not be until perhaps towards the end of April where you just feel some lightness. And again, I feel like that refers to their earlier message where just some things will be cleared off your plate towards the end of this month. But if you feel that for some reason you're not really making any progress within your own inner healing work, you are. And sometimes it doesn't feel like that way, right? It feels like we're trying so hard and there's nothing really happening, but things are shifting and rumbling underneath the surface. A crack is waiting to open. So do know that. And as soon as I channel that message, something honked outside. So a double yes from the spirit world. When you want to step out of your comfort zone, be open to change, or feeling like there's more of a flexibility that's needed in your life, trust that niggle. So, what is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? When this niggling feeling is there within us, is saying, hey, something needs to change, something is not sitting right. I'm not feeling safe, or some things need to be set in place or spoken so I feel safe. And some things need to change and shift so I feel safe. So, what are those safety issues that those niggling feelings are trying to express? And that some of those niggly feelings have been around for a few years, laughs Louis. And his conscious self is saying, I've been seeing it grow and grow and grow within you. You just gotta love cats and their honesty. His higher self is saying you will deal with that growing niggly feeling. And I feel like, again, towards the end of April, when all those things are cleared off your plate and you have a moment to just sit with your energy, to take a deep breath, it's going to come out. And that's going to lead us to the next message in the card, the other card here. Take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. You will need that break after all that you had to complete and finish. I could feel physical exhaustion coming in. Do take that break, because that's a way to rejuvenate our physical body, but also a moment for our soul to just settle in to the body even more and to reveal the next layer that is part of your soul's purpose or karmic lesson to come through and be addressed. So schedule in a break. I'm hearing schedule that break in and make sure it is a true break for yourself. They want to go into the next cards. Make sure you schedule that break and it is a true break for yourself, because the next card likes to add to that says stand your ground. So schedule that break in, whether it's a day or 2 days. Stand your ground, say no to other people's requests, say no to other things, and really focus on your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual recovery and rejuvenation. Stand your ground, it often means grounding your energy too. Go out into nature for a walk. Go and breathe deeply in the forest. It's that forest breathing, right? That's in the Japanese culture. Go out, and in particular after rainfall, that's what I'm hearing, when the air is fresh. I feel that's the most opportune time for your body to really breathe in the fresh air and all the beautiful elements, the healing frequencies that the trees release when you're there. So, however that calls to you when you need to do it, but you'll definitely need to spend more time in nature around end of April and early May for sure. The number 7 there stands out for me quite a bit. Let's see what they mean by that. Usually the numbers refer to a time frame. I'm hearing anywhere from 7 hours in your day where you just dedicate to rest and rejuvenating your body. Or ideally, they're saying 7 days, so an entire week off, if that's possible for you. Maybe you can manifest that because the next card has the word universe on it. Whatever you may have manifested in a previous session or a circle, it's slowly starting to come into form. Interesting that there's number 21 in here, because 7 times 3 is 21, isn't it? They're making me do some math here. What does this mean, and why are you doing this to my brain when I am not a math person? When I said that, Louis laughed. Okay, so from the time you take that rest, let's say it's 7 hours, so maybe almost a day to yourself or 7 days, on that last hour or last day of that time off, count 21 days forward or approximately a month forward, because there will be a lot of signs from the universe. There could be synchronicities and opportunities for change and flexibility to come in. So be careful of what you put out to the universe. Be careful what you manifest, because they'll make sure that we all learn our life lessons so we could achieve that, right? Be ready to receive what we're asking for, that or better. And your relationship to the universe is definitely shifting here. There's this higher wisdom from the cosmic consciousness that's wanting to download into you. I'm seeing light codes, and they're from different planetary beings. It definitely feels it goes back to Lemuria. It's a different way of, it's a different language. So sound, light, frequency, and even the written language that's really wanting to offer itself to you during that break that you're going to schedule for yourself. It really needs to go in so you're more aligned with your soul's journey here, your purpose, and that will allow those manifestations to happen and present themselves in your life. So do take that break. This is all really good news. When the universe card comes out, it means you're on the right track. You just have to balance it with inner work and rest and future planning and practicing the virtue of flexibility. With this deepening relationship with the universe, a bigger awareness is going to come in. And that's the last card there, awareness. And you could see that on this fellow's crown there's a huge gold light. And that is very much representative of this cosmic wisdom and teaching that those light codes are wanting to come in. It might feel too much for you, that you might actually have a bit of headaches towards the end of your break. And here's the reason why we get headaches sometimes. And it's not because we're dehydrated. It could be that at times. But it just means that we're receiving so much from the spirit realm into our crown that our physical body is trying to keep up. It's trying to process and integrate all of it. If you do get headaches or migraines, again, it's Spirit's way of saying, take that break, right? Take a break. You might need another additional 7 days or 7 hours off after the first set of days off. That would be funny, wouldn't it? Anything else that you want to say about that, Louis? The awareness part speaks to this connection. It's almost like a telepathic connection between yourself and Louis and other creatures that are slowly starting to come forward. This is really, really exciting. And I'm not sure if the microphone caught that, but there was a big thump that happened outside my window because of the construction going on right now. But that's another double yes from the spirit world. Yes, funk. Did that go into your brain? If you're picking up thoughts and feelings that you're not sure it's yours, it could be Louis. And then take a moment to pause and ask him, hey, buddy, what do you want to say? Anything else you want to say, Louis, right now while I'm still connected to you? No, says Louis. He just wanted to say that. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Louis, for all those messages. How exciting. Wonderful shifts coming your way. And the universe definitely supporting you. Well, again, thank you, Louis. It's always a pleasure to connect to a black cat. And I wish you all a beautiful day.